Oh.
Here we are, like 8 months later. Wow. 2.5 months ago, I got called in.
Oh, no. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. We're waiting here at the court where I think, where we have a prediction that they're going to add stacking charges to the first arrestables back in, what was it? What's that day, Ed?
Oh, that was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I don't remember anymore.
Can you give us a quick update on the legal? No? Just your thoughts? Okay. What's your thoughts if they're going to start doing stackables, adding charges? Is that a due process here?
I think we have to wait. We have to wait and see what happens. We've gotten a lot of curveballs, as I'm sure you're well aware. So we'll see. We'll see what they do.
Kind of got a feeling that that's what they're going to do.
Huh?
Do you think they'll violate the due process?
I think that they've gotten already very close to doing many things that we consider due process. I think they've gotten very close to that line.
Yeah.
And that's putting it nicely.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to say for the record that Myron is amazing. He got me food today, so thank you, Myron.
Oh.
Appreciate you feeding
Yeah,
me.
we got all our water warriors, our hunger out here, even if they are vegans. Over here to document history in the making here. You know, we're going to see if the First Amendment is going to be violated. What is a due process going to be violated?
Yeah, I don't believe any of these guys actually know what the law is, or care. You know? I think they made the new laws. I think it's like the Constitution of the Oil Police or Constitution of the Oligarchy. I don't think they follow our laws here in America. You know, it feels like they just don't give a crap, or they just never read the documents at all.
Yeah. They missed that 101.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised what they did.
Ethics
today.
101.
Yeah.
Ethics 101.
Ethics and morals, right? You don't even need a constitution to tell you how to be a good person. Like, and everything they're doing is against being a human being.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised by anything that happens today.
So we got a lot going on. How many people in court do you know?
There are 10 that are being charged today.
10 that are being charged today, all misdemeanors.
Yep.
In the beginning, these are all misdemeanors. So the due process, you guys, if you're not familiar with that, Google it real quick and show what the due process is. And what that means here at the Morton County Police Department, we were just documenting about the drones earlier today, about how, you know, that's changed the outcome of being able to hold these guys accountable.
Right.
But how do we hold these guys accountable in the courtroom?
How do we hold anybody accountable anymore? I mean, President Obama can't even hold his own Department of Homeland Security accountable for not hacking into election systems. I mean, who's watching the Watchmen anymore? There is nobody. I don't know. Why is it all fuzzy like that?
You know, it's a little hazy. We're in the spirit world over here still.
It is a spirit.
Yeah, we're in spirit world over here.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue to just document where we're at. So this is the Morton County Police Courthouse.
Yeah, courthouse.
When I went to court here, it was an amazing experience because I went in, and when I was sitting in court, I could hear everyone screaming, "Myron, Myron," and I was like, "Is that real? Am I dreaming?"
It's awesome.
So I want
You're a hero, buddy.
I want our relatives here to know that when they go into court, that we need to do the same out here. We need to let them know that
we need to support them no matter what. That's what we're here for. Yeah.
That we know they're there, and that we can hear, or they can hear us. They're going to hear us in there. And
you hear us.
And what I realized in there that the people didn't know what to think. You know, they looked down because they knew what they were doing was wrong. And I watched them, and I watched the people, the women working in the back. They would not look up. They just looked down. Like that's just their job to do. You know, they knew it was wrong, but
just doing the job.
They're just doing their job.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on. Is there any other thoughts that we need to consider here when they're going into court?
I don't know about those extra charges going on. I hope that doesn't happen. But anybody who's been charged of 500 some odd people, for the sake of the soul of Mandan, they should just let them all go.
Yeah.
They should just dismiss all charges, let them go, and just go from there. Brother. How you doing?
Here's where you can do. They can do a wrong and make a right. right? They can make a wrong right. Is what they can do.
They could win easily. They
Yeah.
could win over the hearts of America because everybody loves a comeback story. They could win over the hearts of America. They just dismiss all charges.
Yeah. They can say, you know what, we were wrong. We apologize.
Yeah.
Here's how we do it.
Right. They could do that. I don't think they will. But they
No, you know, I believe what they're going to do is they're going to stack these charges. They're going to start. They're going to violate that due process, and if they don't, then you know I'll be wrong. I'll come back on. And,
Oh yeah, I'm okay if you're wrong, right?
Yeah, I can admit I'm wrong. But what we're witnessing is we're not witnessing that here.
No.
They're violating a lot of the emergency road by blocking the road.
They violated Geneva Convention. I don't even understand how they get away with this. Like, I don't understand. I actually wrote a post the other day. I said, you know, government, why have you forsaken us? Like, why? Where's our rights? You haven't even protected us.
Yeah.
Like, so how are we supposed to feel going around the United States of America's streets? We're supposed to feel safe? Mm-hmm. They tried to freeze us to
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And who's going to hold them accountable? And even
Nobody holds them
not
accountable.
just the police department or National Guard or the mercenaries with them, but the fire department.
Yeah, the fire department.
The fire
The
department.
fire department tried to freeze us. Yeah.
So they were helping to pull hose. I pulled, you know, I'm a firefighter, wildlife firefighter.
Yeah.
So when I saw the fire department, it kind of just shocked me that they were there actually helping them pull hose, giving them instructions on what to do. And it was sad. It
I
was
have to
sad
agree
see.
with you. And at first, I thought that they just didn't understand pounds per square inch, and
Yeah.
that they weren't pushing out enough water. What I realized later on throughout the process, after being frozen for like 3 hours, is that they were trying to freeze us.
Yeah.
They were trying to kill us. They weren't trying to push us down. They were trying to sprinkle on us and freeze us.
And not only that, they didn't have any emergency response team for who
No.
they were doing
Oh,
this
no,
to, like
no.
normal places would.
Yeah, there were people falling down left and right. They didn't even care.
And being in the front, I witnessed them laughing.
That
And
happened a couple times. I thought I heard it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot going on as far as
Yeah.
the war, but I thought I heard it. Yeah.
You know, and I seen that on another action where they were doing that, and I actually filmed them laughing on the North Camp.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to post those videos too as well, so we can show that.
We have a lot of footage.
This
I
is it.
guarantee you have a lot of footage you haven't even released yet.
What I don't understand is, did they not realize the world is watching,
No, they had no idea.
or did they care?
I don't think they cared. I don't think they are so arrogant that they didn't realize the impact that they had that day on
Yeah.
trying to freeze 700, 800 people. I
Yeah.
mean, the concussion grenades, the Springer grenades or Stinger grenades that we found on the bridge that day. We went
Yeah.
over there. We picked up all the munitions. We
Yeah.
found the empty casings of the Stinger grenades. I think they were just out there playing. Like they thought they could just have a good old time. They were bringing out whatever they wanted and throwing
Yeah,
it over.
like no one was watching them.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do today is release a video to show Morton County's safety video on using those versus what we saw them use them as.
Yeah, so it's Moron County. I don't know if you got that.
Moron.
It's not Morton County. It's Moron County. And
I'm
actually,
trying to be neutral here.
Well,
so.
me too. I did some research on the internet. You know, the fake news,
Yeah.
and I found Moron County. What I found over this whole process is that they really don't care. Like they don't care at all. They even make videos making fun of themselves, but really they think they're like legitimate videos. Like
Yeah.
they paid marketing team to do this.
Yeah.
The government even tried to come in and help them out because they were doing such a horrible job with their PR, but it was already too late. We had already hit critical mass.
Yeah.
There was nothing they could do. Now it's all over the world. I mean, there's going to be lawsuits for years on these guys. Human rights abuses, there's all types of just civil traffic abuses. I mean, just stupid stuff. I don't even know why the other counties are here today. This Burleigh County, I think, just showed up. Like, why are you here?
So what?
It shouldn't. So if in Burleigh County there's a murder or a traffic accident and there's one less officer there
Yeah.
to help, shouldn't they be held accountable for spending their resources somewhere else?
Yeah, they're using a lot of resources, a lot of taxpayers' dollars.
Yeah, and now that I talked to somebody yesterday, and they said that they opened up the bridge for skiers. So if you're skiing, you can go through. But if you have an emergency or you're dying, no, you
No,
can't
there's
go
no
through.
going through.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
but you know they
You'll probably
expanded-
get a ticket and a fine, $250 fine
$250. Yep.
for going through.
Which
As,
they
you know,
expanded.
your arm's falling off, or you're freezing, you're dying.
Which they expanded on 1806 from Fort Rice farther down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people knew. We didn't know when we went through there. And, there was no sign though when we came through on the dirt road and told them. Then he tried to get us our IDs and ask for our IDs and all that. He has no right. There's no.
No.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? Like, you gonna prove that I'm at camp because of my ID? It says Arizona. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. So I felt, but you know what? I want to say on another note. I spoken with some officers that were real happy to see us, and and when we were there, he says, if I was you, I wouldn't stay here.
Not everybody's bad. That's
and
the thing, right?
he goes, I personally, I would leave right now if I was you. I'm just letting you know that I wouldn't be here. And I could tell that these officers were good. The other guys they were already tainted.
Yeah, there were officers on the line. You saw them every time we were doing action. They just didn't want to be there. They were trying to shake our hands. They were trying to smile at us. And their paycheck, was held over their head like a dangling carrot.
Yeah.
39 officers threw down the badges that we know of, right?
Yeah.
So there are good people out there. Not everybody goes into something, thinking they're evil. It's all perception of reality. They always think they're doing the right thing. That's where the monsters are created. So the monsters are not born; they're created because they think they're doing the right thing.
That's right. That's right. This prejudice and racism is learned. It's learned and practiced, and then reintroduced to the next generation.
Reintroduced to the next generation. Yeah.
So out of the officers you met, for me, it's been the High Patrol that have been decent. But
there's only been 2 officers that have really been just hating themselves. Now, the one tall bald guy and the short bald guy.
Oh yeah.
That looks like he just whips himself at night.
Well, we got videos of the other ones from here, the Morton County ones. In the very early beginning. And when I did not know who these guys were, I sure learned who they were really fast by the anger they had right off the bat.
You could feel the negative energies.
We caught them with Dapple security in the back after an action. And we saw something that we weren't supposed to see. We were Facebooking live that, so you can go back to September when we saw the first caravan with Morton County Police and the Dapple security, where they were being trained after the actions. We actually happened to be late because we had to go give some grandma some gas.
Dapple was training now?
Yeah, they were in training after the action. And that's where we filmed it live and shared it with everyone. And that's the first time I saw the interaction with Dapple Security and Morton County Police Department.
Yeah, because a lot of these guys are Tiger Swan or old Blackwater guys. They're mercenaries. They're training all over the place for this stuff. I could see them training Morton County Sheriff's Department, Moron County, Sheriff's Department, because these guys need training.
Oh, yeah. And they got bad training from what we witnessed in these last events.
Cops around the country, they're getting bad training. They have a heartbeat. And that's how they get hired now. You got a heartbeat, you can go in. It used to be the police actually went through training. They actually had moral training.
Yeah.
Or they had a good moral compass, so that's why they went into the job. Now it's just all about paycheck.
Yeah. Well, I met one of the guys in Best Buy that is actually training the Morton County Police Department way before this has happened. I want to reach out to him and talk with him about, did he ever expect it to be this level of violence on the Morton County Police Department side? And he was happy when he goes, I'm down here doing training on ethics and how to deal with crowd control. He was really excited.
That's the thing. So this happened around 2007, 2008. That's what the research I've done is, Dapple comes in, they make a bridge for Morton County. They make a whole bunch of different purchases around town.
Yeah.
They start to influence them with their money. North Dakota is a really nice place. I mean, there's some racism, right? Deep racism. But as far as naivety, they're really naive.
We just saw getting your potato wedges or your potato.
Oh, really?
Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's definitely deep ingrained racism, but there was a lot of oil money that came in, and a lot of fear after that. Don't know who to trust. There's a lot of prostitution brought in, a lot of drugs come in. So you have a lot of naivety and naive people getting all this stuff coming in for the first time. They still don't know how to deal with it.
What about you're saying a lot of drugs and prostitution? Is there an issue on the man camps here from the Dakota Access Pipeline?
I've heard about these man camps. I'd never heard about them before. But honestly, if you go to any, most towns in America and you go to a massage parlor, that's usually a prostitution event, and that's usually some kind of human trafficking. So I couldn't imagine there wouldn't be man camps. That's where a lot of the old gold rushes and stuff, the coal mines, they used to have prostitution events, pop up to service the needs of the community.
So let me switch gears a little bit about the camp. How's the camp doing?
Well, I'd like to tell you, but I've been recovering from Dapple cough the last 2 weeks in Mandan. I go out here and there. As far as I know, there's a lot of people left, but there's still a lot of hard charges staying there. So we got our HQ up, the Occupied Veterans HQ. We got that up, and we got the bunkhouse, I believe, is finished. I need to talk to Joe to figure that out. But yeah, the spirits are high. They're still dancing around the fire. Sacred fire's lit. And as far as I know, spirits are still high. Yeah.
All right.
So
Appreciate that, brother.
cool. Thank you, brother.
So yeah.
Good to see you.
So we got Ed
Thank
here.
you. Thank you for the food. Right?
Maybe share your role a little bit about what you've been doing, how long you've been here.
I've been here, in and out, 3 months. My role is a whole bunch of different roles. What I do is I try to provide light to what's going on here. I provide my strength. I'm always there to support people. I pretty much do anything, whatever anybody needs. Actually, I'm going to the medic's place today to help them sort out packages. That's what I do. Wherever I'm needed, I do it, and that's how I feel good. That's my power, is by helping people. So that's what I do. Yeah.
Well, that's what we're seeing a lot of down there. Is a lot of people volunteering, coming in, sorting out clothes, equipment, gifts, sleeping bags, anything that's been sent. They're running it from camp to camp. You know, a lot of families send gifts for them for the holidays, and it's been good.
It's been really good. America, thank you. You guys showed up when we needed you, so thank you. Appreciate it.
So we're gonna sign off here for a minute and see what's going on. Look like people are still going in, so you can go in. Workers can go in. People can go in with their cell phones, except us. We can't go in with our cell phones. So we're gonna do a little bit of interviews before we go. I'm gonna interview Tina over here.
You're gonna interview me?
Yeah, I'm gonna interview. Tell me what you think about what you're witnessing here with the due. We're hoping that they're gonna follow the due process.
Well, I really believe that if we actually all get together and see the courts like actually seeing how ridiculous this is, that I believe thoughts are things, and I believe that these water protectors are super powerful people after the last 3 weeks that I've been spending with them, and it's ridiculous that there's over 500 people that have to deal with this. It's like, what a waste of money.
Yeah,
and what a waste of
571
time.
arrested, I think.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and
They sure are. I believe they're going to start charging us everything they possibly can because they're in the hole. They've rented, they've leased, they've borrowed a lot of money. I mean, we're seeing it with the best of the best out there, right?
yeah. And yeah, I mean, poor Prolific tomorrow is going to.
Yeah.
There's so many people that are not. They should not be in this court.
Yeah.
I mean, none of these people should be here. It was an atrocity what was done to them, and now they have to sit through, just waste their time when they could be just spending time with their families during the holiday. And they're trying to speed up the court process so they don't have enough time to defend themselves. It's just kind of nauseating, and we are here to pray with all the water protectors. Pray with everyone, please, guys. Send your thoughts, send your prayers. Have the court visualize the judge and the jury seeing how ridiculous this is. It's disgusting.
Yeah. And so we also, you took a look at some of the footage from the oil spill. What do you think about that?
The oil spills, I mean, after spending some time with John, too, the whistleblower from Ingbridge Flint, I think it was Flint.
Yeah.
Oil spills, like, Trump thinks that this is safe. He thinks it's like environmentally safe. I saw a clip of him saying that. It made my stomach turn. And the fact that we don't realize that we are all water. It's not just many of my 20 life is water is life. We are water. This is like a call on a molecular level.
Yeah.
Like, that's why everyone's being brought here, is because all the water inside of us is vibrating and trying to like call out to us to save it. Because when it's gone, we're gone. We're gone.
Yeah.
And
well, I was talking about the footage we just saw.
The oil spill.
The
Yeah,
oil
yeah,
spill.
yeah.
Like, what did you think of that?
I thought it was really, I saw the black snake.
Yeah.
I saw like that. We couldn't tell when we were going through the footage if we thought we were like imagining it because we couldn't believe how bad it was. But it was, I mean, we got footage like, what, 5 days afterwards?
Yeah, and this is.
It was only 5 days after the spill. It was Billings County. Billings County,
yeah.
It's a creek. I can't remember the name of the creek. It's on the video that Digital Smoke Signals has. And it was just really sad to see all of the oil kind of going through, and it wasn't just like there was like a couple of main sites with these like tents where they were blocking stuff. It was really shady, but then if you go all the way downstream, it goes further and further and further. It just didn't stop, and it was. I mean, that's gonna come to us, right?
Yeah, it's gonna come down. This is the biggest fear where the oil pipeline is spilling, is leaking, and it's happening.
Yeah, and it's real, guys. This is one of the most important things that you can do. To support this, getting rid of this oil that's going to destroy. If we stop this, it's going to be a domino effect. New Mexico already pulled out.
Yeah.
New Mexico pulled out of their contract. They didn't want to do it, and we have to keep spreading this all over the world. It's going to start falling. We have to stop it. Stop the
Yep.
black snake.
So can you share, like, what is your role here? What do you do?
I came out here to help produce content to get the message out, and I feel really blessed because I've been working in film for so long to actually be producing content that matters, and that is hopefully reaching some hearts and some eyes and opening up them. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be here with Myron. Myron, I met him when I first got here, and I knew I had to work with him, and it's been a blessing to be with him and his team. And woo, as I quit it falls off. I'm a professional. No, but I love that we get to put up videos on a daily basis because it's topical, not because it's sexy content that we get to make money off of, but because we have to get this message out.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm wearing your hat.
Yeah. So we got a lot of people here that are professionals that stay, that are in it for the long run. And what we're seeing is just the battle just began. Many of them left the camp, but still, that's not it. We still got the court battle going on here. We still got many of our relatives that needed that footage to be out to be able to incriminate them and help them through this issue that's going on here with the Morton County Police Department, and hoping that they make the right choice and follow the due process. So with that, we're going to cut off and try to get in there. And I got to leave my phone. I got to leave everything out. And then we'll start rolling with that. Sending many blessings to all our relations in the four directions. Napija, humira nanishta haidima shinami yarawa. Napija, puha, poinabi, let's see. Poinabi pa, let's say our water protectors and water leaders. Oh.